are now ready to make an offer. Hi, this is Frances Bocksch of Keller Williams Wellington. This is session 3 of the first-time homebuyers class. The most common contract used in our area for Palm Beach County is the as-is contract. Check with your agent to find out which contract they will use. There are several contracts that usually can be used. A lot of times the seller mandates which contract is to be used. Your contract should have established on it the asking price for the property. Your agent should review the solds in the area that you're purchasing so you can give a reasonable offer. Once you decide the amount of money that you're going to offer, you should also establish the amount of money that you're going to put down on the property. This money should be held in escrow. Speak with your agent regarding this. The more money that you're able to put down on the property, the stronger your offer looks to that seller. You should also on the contract have a time period that you're giving the seller to respond to that contract. It can be anywhere from 24 hours or more, depending on the type of property you're purchasing, of course. The offer should have a date also that you're able to close the property. The sooner you can make this date, the stronger, again, your offer will look to that seller. The contract will also have a section for how long you need for your inspection period. If you're doing a mold inspection, you should allow 10 to 15 days for the results to be returned to you. It depends on what kind of inspections you will want to do. Your agent should review this with you. Contracts in our area also have an area that says special clauses. This is information that can be written, making your contract unique. Speak with your agent regarding what you're needing to put there, if anything. One of the things that can be placed there is if you're asking the seller to give you concessions, and this will be money towards your closing fees and or insurance and or property taxes. The most that loans will allow you to ask for is 6%, but some loans don't allow even that much. So you need to check with your agent and your lender. The more seller concessions that you ask for, the weaker your contract will look to that seller. Your contract is an offer until it is signed by all parties. Once it is signed by all parties, it becomes an executed contract. This is when the dates for the countdowns that you put on the contract start counting down. Check with your agent whether it's going to be calendar days or whether it's going to be business days. The as-is contract in our area is calendar days. If the property is a bank-owned property, it's referred to as an REO property. Once again, the bank will have their own addendums quite often, and they usually send them if your offer is the offer accepted. It does not become an executed contract unless all contract pages and addendum are signed or initialed. Check with your agent for your area specifics. Addendums are added pages to the contract, and they can include lead-based paint writer, condo or association writer, the bank addendums, if there are bank addendums, and so forth and so on. There can be several pages added to the contract that are addendums that will be required to be sent in with the offer. Once again, if you have any questions, check with the agent in your area. Remember, if there is something you do not understand regarding the contract or bank addendums, you might want to seek legal advice to review the bank addendum and contract with you. In the Palm Beach County area, the seller usually pays for the title insurance. It can vary though, and there could be clauses in the seller addendum that states that they want you to pay it. Have your agent check over this section carefully to make sure that there are no surprises in the end. I usually give copies of all paperwork signed that the buyer signs for their records. Check with your agent. They should do the likewise. This is just so you have a copy of everything that you're signing. Okay, now everyone has signed the contract. It is now an executed contract. Session 4 is going to include the steps from the executed contract to closing. I hope you can join me for session 4. Thank you for joining me for this session. This is Frances Bocksch of Keller Williams Wellington.